You walk into a dealership, you've got cash or good credit, and you think you're in control. You're not. There are things happening in that showroom that the salesperson will never volunteer. Things that cost 50-plus buyers thousands of dollars every single year. And the worst part? Most of it is completely legal. Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll walk into any dealership knowing exactly what they know. If you're over 50, you've probably bought a car before, maybe several. But the game has changed. The tactics have gotten more sophisticated, the financing tricks are buried deeper in the paperwork, and dealers know that buyers in their 50s and 60s tend to be polite, patient, and trusting. That's exactly what they're counting on. Let's change that today. Here's the first thing dealers count on you never knowing. When you sit down at that desk and they pull up your monthly payment options, they're not showing you the price of the car. They're showing you a payment. And those are two completely different things. A dealer can raise the price of the car, extend your loan term to 84 months, that's 7 years, and still show you a monthly number that looks reasonable. But here's where it gets worse. Over a 7-year loan, even at a moderate interest rate, you will pay anywhere from $3,000 to $8,000 more than you would on a 48-month loan. That's real money. We're going to show you exactly how to stop that from happening. Number 1, the monthly payment trap. Picture this. You found a vehicle you like. It drives well, it fits your lifestyle, and the salesperson says, "What kind of monthly payment are you comfortable with?" Sounds friendly, right? It's not. That question is the single most profitable question a dealership can ask you. The moment you name a monthly payment number, the dealer now has a target. They can adjust the vehicle price, adjust the loan term, adjust the interest rate markup, all behind the scenes, and land exactly on your number while making thousands more in profit. Most car owners don't realize this, but dealers are permitted to mark up your interest rate above what the lender actually approved you for. That markup, called dealer reserve, goes straight into the dealership's pocket. On a $30,000 vehicle, that markup can quietly add $1,500 to $2,500 to your total cost, and you will never see a line item for it on your contract. The fix is simple, but it requires discipline. Never ever discuss monthly payments until you have agreed on the full out-the-door price of the vehicle. Write down the number, circle it. Don't let the conversation move forward until that number is locked. Then, and only then, talk financing. This one habit alone can save you thousands. Number 2, the add-on avalanche in the finance office. You've agreed on the price. You feel good. You shake hands and they walk you to the finance office. This is where most 50-plus buyers lose the most money, and it happens fast. The finance manager is one of the highest trained salespeople in the entire building. Their job begins the moment you sit down. In the next 20 to 30 minutes, they will present you with a menu of products, extended warranties, gap insurance, paint protection packages, fabric sealant, nitrogen-filled tires, tire and wheel protection plans, and key replacement programs. Each one is presented as though it's practically mandatory and barely costs anything, because they'll fold it into your monthly payment. Here's what they don't tell you. Every single one of those add-ons is negotiable. The extended warranty that the finance manager quotes you at $2,800, you can often buy that same manufacturer-backed warranty for $800 to $1,200 if you call the dealership's service department directly after the sale and negotiate. The paint sealant that costs $399, it's a product that a detail shop applies for $50. The nitrogen in the tires? Regular air is 78% nitrogen already. You are paying for a colored valve stem cap. The consequence of saying yes to everything in that room on a financed vehicle can add $4,000 to $7,000 to your loan. Dollars you'll pay interest on for years. The simple fix: before you go in, write on a piece of paper, "I will not decide on any finance product today." Take the paperwork home. Research each product. Call your insurance agent, because gap coverage and extended warranties are sometimes already available through your own insurance provider at a fraction of the cost. Number 3, the trade-in timing game. Here's a tactic so common, it's practically a dealership standard, and yet almost no buyer catches it in the moment. When you arrive to negotiate your new vehicle, the salesperson will almost immediately ask, "Do you have a trade-in?" If you say yes before you've agreed on the new car price, you've just handed them two variables to manipulate instead of one. A dealer can give you $1,000 more on your trade-in and quietly raise the new vehicle price by $1,500. On paper, you feel like you won something. The dealer made $500 more than they would have otherwise. This is sometimes called a balloon and deflate. Inflate one number, deflate another, and the buyer feels like they negotiated a deal. Most car owners don't realize this, but the most powerful sequence is this. First, negotiate the out-the-door price of the new vehicle as if you have no trade-in. Get that number locked in writing. Then, and only then, introduce the trade. Now the dealer has no room to play the spread. Your trade-in value is evaluated on its own merits, not used as a bargaining chip in a shell game. Before you go to the dealer, get written appraisals from at least two sources: CarMax, Carvana, or a local used car lot. That gives you a floor number that you can reference, and dealers know when you walk in prepared. If you want more car tips built specifically for drivers over 50, tips that protect your wallet and your safety, go ahead and subscribe right now. We put out new videos every week, and this kind of information is exactly what we do. Number 4. Dealer-installed options you never asked for. You've negotiated the price online or over the phone. You arrive at the dealer feeling confident. Then you look at the window sticker and there's a second sticker, sometimes called the addendum sticker, tacked right below the manufacturer's suggested retail price. On it, window tint, door edge guards, a nitrogen package, a market adjustment, and an appearance package. Total added, $1,295. They call it a dealer-installed package. You call it a surprise. This is where it becomes expensive, because in many cases, dealers will tell you these items have already been installed and cannot be removed. Technically, that may be true. They can't untint your windows. But what they will not volunteer is that the pricing on these packages is completely arbitrary. A dealer can charge whatever they choose on dealer-installed items because those prices are not regulated the way the manufacturer's price is. Everything on that addendum sticker is negotiable. Everything. Ask them to remove the cost, credit it against the vehicle price, or walk. In a competitive market, they will often fold on at least half of it. Number 5. The spot delivery trap. This one is less known and more dangerous, especially for buyers who are financing. You agree on the deal. You sign the paperwork. You drive the car home that same night. It feels great. Then, 2 weeks later, the dealer calls. They tell you the financing fell through or the terms changed, and you need to come back in and sign new paperwork, often at a higher interest rate. This is called a yo-yo sale or spot delivery, and it is legal in most states. What happened is the dealer let you take delivery before the financing was fully finalized, sometimes intentionally, betting that once you've driven the car home, shown it to your family, and emotionally bonded with it, you'll sign almost anything to keep it. For a buyer on a fixed income or a retirement budget, being called back for a higher rate can mean the difference between a payment that's comfortable and one that strains the monthly budget. The protection is simple. Never take delivery of a vehicle on the same day you sign paperwork unless your financing is 100% confirmed in writing, not verbally, in writing, with a specific interest rate, specific loan term, and a specific lender named on the contract. If they push you to take the car tonight, politely ask, "Is the financing fully finalized and funded?" If the answer is anything other than a clear yes, leave the car at the dealership and pick it up when it is. Number 6. What the warranty fine print actually says. Extended warranties can be genuinely valuable for a 50-plus buyer who wants peace of mind and doesn't want unexpected repair bills disrupting a retirement budget. But the version sold in the finance office is almost never the best version available. Here's what the fine print often includes that the finance manager glosses over. Most dealer-sold extended warranties have deductibles, sometimes $100 per repair visit, sometimes $100 per covered component per visit. If your transmission, computer module, and a sensor all fail on the same day, that could mean 3 separate $100 deductibles. Second, many policies exclude consequential damage, meaning if one covered part fails and damages another part, the second part may not be covered. Third, most dealer warranties require you to return to that specific dealer or an approved network for all covered repairs. If you travel or move, that network may not be accessible. Before you buy any extended warranty in the finance office, ask for the actual contract, not the brochure, the actual booklet, and read the exclusions page. Ask specifically, what is not covered? A bumper-to-bumper warranty that excludes wear items, seals, gaskets, and electronics is worth far less than it sounds. A powertrain-only warranty from a reputable third-party provider purchased through your credit union or insurance company may give you better actual coverage at a lower price. Number 7. The peak. Tip: certified pre-owned is not what you think. This is the most important point in this entire video, and it's the one that costs 50-plus buyers the most money because it feels the safest. Certified pre-owned, you'll hear it called CPO, sounds like a guarantee. The manufacturer has inspected the vehicle, it passed a multi-point inspection, it comes with an extended warranty, and it costs more than a regular used car because of that peace of mind. Here's what they don't tell you. First, CPO inspection lists are not standardized across manufacturers. One brand's 150-point inspection may check the horn, the cup holders, and the floor mats. Another brand's 50-point inspection actually covers the engine compression, the transmission fluid condition, and the brake pad thickness. More points does not mean more protection. Second, CPO warranties are almost always exclusionary warranties, meaning they cover only what is specifically listed. A regular new car warranty is an inclusionary warranty. It covers everything except what's listed as excluded. That distinction matters enormously when something unusual breaks. Third, and this is the part that genuinely shocks people, a CPO vehicle can have an accident history on its record and still qualify for certification. A CPO designation means the vehicle met the manufacturer's condition standards at the time of inspection. It does not guarantee a clean history. Always run the vehicle identification number, which you'll hear called a VIN, through a reputable history service before you sign. If the dealer won't provide that report or asks you to pay for it yourself on a CPO vehicle, that is a red flag. The fix: treat a CPO vehicle exactly like a regular used car during your evaluation. Get an independent pre-purchase inspection from a mechanic you trust, not the dealer's service department, months before you finalize anything. $125 for an independent inspection can save you from a vehicle with hidden flood damage, undisclosed frame repairs, or a transmission that's 2 months from failure. The bottom line. Here's the bottom line. Car dealers are not villains. Most of the people you'll meet at a dealership are working hard and playing by the rules of their industry. But their industry is built to extract maximum profit from every transaction. And the buyers who don't know the rules are the ones who fund that profit. Over 50-plus buyers are specifically targeted, not out of malice, but because statistically, experienced adults are more trusting, less confrontational, and more likely to value a smooth transaction over a hard-fought deal. You now know about the monthly payment trap, the finance office add-on avalanche, the trade-in timing game, the addendum sticker tactics, the spot delivery risk, the warranty fine print, and the truth about certified pre-owned. Every one of these is a real documented practice. Every one of them is preventable when you walk in prepared. The single most powerful thing you can take into any dealership is a piece of paper with the out-the-door price written on it, and the words, "I do not discuss monthly payments until the price is agreed." That one sheet changes the entire dynamic of the negotiation. Now here's my question for you, and I genuinely want to know. Leave it in the comments below. What is the one car buying experience that you felt you got taken advantage of, or that you later realized wasn't what you thought it was? Your answer might help someone else in this community avoid the same situation. And if this video gave you something useful today, subscribe and hit the bell. We do this every week. Real, practical information for drivers over 50 who want to stay smart, stay safe, and keep more of their money where it belongs. We'll see you in the next one.